Welcome to HortTube. My name is Jim Putnam. This is the 6th video in a video series I've been calling landscape planning. This video I'm just going to bring you up to speed on what I've done so far and what I've got coming for the rest of as this backyard landscaping continues. The first video was on soil testing, and the second one I laid out the design using the drone up above, which I hope people have found interesting. The third video I put out a compost layer. The fourth video I edged all the spaces. In the fifth video I mulched, and I used this wood chip mulch that I had gotten for free from somebody locally here, and I've put down a 5 or 6 inch layer. That's one thing you're not going to be able to get from that video, is it's super thick. And then of course in this video, like I say, I'm updating, and you just saw me put down pine straw in these paths. These paths will eventually be some sort of masonry, some sort of natural stone. That'll happen in the spring. Most of the masonry work I'm going to do in the spring, because if I have to do any mortaring, it's just easier and more consistent to be able to do it when the temperatures are warm enough. Same thing going on with painting the shed over here. I'm just waiting for some warm days to get on it. I'm ready to do it. It's been a little below normal, so I haven't gotten that done. I've gotten a lot of questions on covering up the weeds with the mulch, and that is exactly what I did. If this were a landscape job and somebody was paying me to do this job, I would have gone through here and gotten rid of the weeds. They'd either been sprayed, they would have been tilled, they would have been, if it was thicker grass, they may have used a sod cutter. One of lots of different ways that I would have removed this grass first if somebody was paying me to do this job. Since it's my place, I kind of decided that I had this free material, and if I put, in November or December, if you're mulching with 5 or 6 inches of material, and the weeds aren't growing, they're very likely to rot and die over the winter time. I doubt very seriously I'll see much of what was here. A lot of it was just annual weeds anyway that were going to die, and the seeds are here for next year, but they're buried under that mulch now. But the perennial weeds that were here, some of them will pop back through, and I'll spray them in the spring with some of that 20% vinegar solution that I did a video on not that long ago. It may take a couple applications to kill it, but it'll kill it. But I don't expect to see a whole lot. And it's really based on this timing of doing this in November or December, and the weeds not actively growing, and now they've got no sunlight, and they're going to be buried under kind of a sloppy 6 inches of organic material above them, which it may actually heat up a little bit under there. It's thick enough where it may actually cook them a little bit. So anyway, that's the weed answer to the weed issue. The front yard, I haven't really made any progress here other than the lawn. There's not going to be a lawn here. I talked about that in the first video I ever did here at this house. But in the meantime, until I start landscaping out there, there's no reason not to have it look good. So the lawn out there looks great. There's a maple tree in the front yard that has to come down. Typically I would drop a tree on my own, but this one's big enough that it makes me a little nervous, and there's some power lines out there, so I'm going to have to pay to take this one down. It's got some serious issues. Dead limbs are falling off of it. There's mushrooms growing out of it. So that tree has to come down. And most of the work you're going to see will be in the backyard through probably spring, and then maybe toward the end of spring, we'll flip to the front yard and do the landscaping out there. The next thing we're going to see in this series is planting some shade plants back here in this corner. And I'll rotate this camera around here so you can see. We've got holly out here. This shed is finished except for paint, obviously. Okay, so I'm going to walk back here to this area. Okay, so this tree right here is coming down. This is a red bud. There'll be another red bud going in back here, and one going in the front yard actually. But this one is leaning way out. It's something you won't be able to see, but because of this wooded area back here, this one has stretched way out this way, and it's an odd tree. The path is actually going to go right through the middle of where that tree is right now to a greenhouse back here. But this whole area back here I'm about to plant, and it's going to be all shade plants. Obviously there'll be some morning sun coming through here, but late in the day it'll be all shade. There's going to be several videos for this. One, I'm going to go over, you're going to see a Southern Living Plant Collection video on all the shade plants, or not all the shade plants, but a lot of the shade plants in the Southern Living Plant Collection. You're going to see a group of shade plants from the J.C. Ralston Arboretum. Then you're going to see me source those plants. I've actually got 2 mail order companies sending me plants, and then I'm going to go to a garden center here in Raleigh and a wholesale nursery that actually opens on Saturdays and accepts some retail business. So you're going to see 4 different ways in which I source the plants that are going to go into this corner. So I hope that that will be interesting. You can see various ways that I'll go about getting the plants. But like I say, the first 2 videos in that will be 10 shade plants or 11 shade plants from the Southern Living Plant Collection, and then a group of shade plants, like I say, from the J.C. Ralston Arboretum. Some of those I'm using in this back corner, and that video will probably be called part 7 in this series when I actually plant them back there. But there'll be some videos that are attached to it. Moving further around this backyard here, I have not removed this metal building yet. I've got some compost and some other material in here in bags that I brought from the other house. I did not put compost back here, and I'm going to use this bag products back here as my compost, and I've got some pine bark soil conditioner back in here. That's been my plan. And then this metal building can get out of here, and this greenhouse is going to go back in here. I'll probably plant some winter vegetables and go through that, show you that, and probably I may even put a heat source in there. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to get that. I don't know if I'm going to get there. I'm on the clock. It's already we're already in December now. I'm making progress, but this is a big project. The other thing is the material that was behind me when I started the video is going to be chipped up and become the mulch for this space. And I've still got mulch on the driveway, or wood chips on the driveway that will go into that space right there. So there's a plan for everything, but that next job of putting these shade plants in this corner over here and the video series that's attached to that will lay the groundwork for me to get rid of this building, build that, chop that stuff up, and move that mulch on here. And then this place will be, I think I'll reach the starting line. That's what I'll call it. Another crazy thing that's happening, the whole back of the house is going to be torn off during this process. Most of the planting you see me doing for now is going to be back this way. Because up here by the house, the screen porch is coming off. There's an A-frame screen porch going on. It will have some really nice design, and it'll have a fan in there and that kind of thing. It'll shed the water. The siding's coming off the back and new siding's going on. So the whole back of the house is being remodeled basically. If the weather permits in December or January, I don't know. I hope it doesn't have to wait till the spring, but it may have to wait till the spring. So anyway, that's kind of bringing you up to date. And the next thing you're going to see in this series, like I say, is videos associated with the shade plantings that are going across the back, the plants that I'm using, why I'm using them, and how I go about getting my hands on them, even in the winter time. So again, thank you very much for watching this series. I hope you've enjoyed the drone videos, and I'll continue to implement the drone over this so you can see how your pieces start to fill in the space here. Thanks for watching.